the Solar Area Vehicle Competition, SAFE 2000-2006. In this session, participants will be introduced the concept, objective, and overall structure of the competition, including the key technical aspect involved in the implementation of SAFE 2000-2006. So it is my pleasure, a great pleasure, to ensure our first speaker, Mr. Muhammad Zamri bin Muhammad, Chairman of the Technical Committees for SAFE 2000-2006. Okay, without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Muhammad Zamri bin Muhammad to deliver his presentation. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Muhammad Zain. And I would like to warm welcome to everyone to this session regarding on our technical town hall for solar area vehicle competitions.
Please, Mr. Zamri, we cannot hear your voice.
Okay, now is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear?
I think I can hear your voice.
Okay, you can hear my voice. Okay. So I would like to welcome everyone to our technical town hall for solar area vehicle competition 2026. So for today, I would like to explain a little bit about our solar area vehicle competitions. So basically, our competitions has been introduced in 2019, which is involving ILSAS TNB, which is TNB Integrated Learning Solutions, together with the JPKK, which is Jabatan Pendidikan Politeknik dan College Community, which is been initiated in 2019, which is we call solar flying car competitions, and then in 2020 it has been rebranding into a new names, which is a solar area vehicle, which is known by SAFE, SAVE. So in 2020, so basically in 2020 the competition has been postponed during the pandemics in 18 March 2020. So after that, it has been continued online during 21 to 22 October 2020 in ILSAS Recreational Center, IRC. And then in 2021, we also organized webinar, solar area vehicles. And then for 2023, okay, we have conducted our solar area vehicle competitions, okay. The second edition, which is on 2023, was held in 15 to 16 October 2026 in Polytechnic Port Dickson. And then 2025, our solar aerial vehicle competitions has been organized in 10 to 11 June 2025. And for the fourth editions will be held in Polytechnic Jeli, Kelantan. Okay, has been said by the moderators in June, which is 7 to 8 June 2026. Okay, a little bit about these competitions. So basically the competition is about designs to challenge the participants to develop, okay, developments and operation of solar area vehicles. So basically our solar area vehicles, most of the participants need to use, which is, we call it DIY quadcopter, will be explained later on by Mr. Wong. So each team will engage a series of tasks, okay, basically a technical presentations, okay, participating in technical maneuvers and submitting a detailed technical report. So the competition emphasizes both technical and practical skills, which tasks involving the designs, developments, and flight of a solar aerial vehicle. We call it SAFE. So teams must navigate their vehicles from a starting grid to a designated gliding area, and then during that gliding areas, our SAFE will using solar energy, and then fly the solar area vehicles, okay, to pass the reference pole, which is 3 meters height, while ensuring safety during takeoff and safe landing. So there's a little bit introductions about our solar air vehicle competition. So this competition will be held in Polytechnic Jeli, Kelantan. So the team compositions consists of 3 members, which is students basically, and 1 lecturers, which is the three members was should be enabled to maneuver the quadcopter. So they have the experience to maneuver the quadcopter, which is we call it drone. Okay. So I would like to introduce, this is our 2026 competition rule books with our themes, which is master the ground, conquer the sky. Okay. So basically after this, our solar area vehicles competition rule book will be distributed to all the participants who would like to take part in these competitions. Okay. So for marking criteria, okay, our competition basically have 4 parts, which is video for SAFE 2026 competitions. We have guidelines that all the participants must compliance with it. Okay. With the clarity and completeness of development, testing, and troubleshooting documentation. Okay, and then we have the video quality standards, which is recorded without editing. We like to see a raw data, the process of developments, the DIY quadcopters, and then the troubleshooting process and the testing process during the development process. Okay, and then we like to see the creativity and presentation style. Okay. And then we have also presentations and interview session by judges. Okay, so the judges would like to know whether the content accuracies and relevance to the solar area vehicle development, and then presentation skills among the members. Okay, ability to answer the questions effectively during the Q&A sessions and adhere to the time limits allocated. Okay, so we have a solar area vehicle competition. Okay, which is all the participants needs to successful flight performance according to the flight rules and regulations, maneuver and stability of the solar area vehicles, which mean all the participants, all the members know how to determine their centers of gravity, how to maneuver accordingly to pass the 3 meters pole, and then how to maneuver during the gliding area. Okay, so this is most of the biggest marks of these competitions. Okay, and then the innovations and the technical functionality of the vehicles. Okay, so last one, we have the technical writings, which is compliance with the provided template. So accuracy and clarities of technical contents are required, organizations and logic flow of the documents, and then language usage, grammars, and professionalism. Okay, so the composition of this competition, the markings or the marks composition is basically consists of the competition itself, about 60%, whereas the participants are required to maneuver the solar area vehicles in accordance with the flight rules and regulations established by the organizer. And then the 20% involving the presentations, so which is all the participants will be given 15 minutes. Okay, including Q&A sessions to present their solar area vehicle developments by their teams. And then the presentation must adhere to the marking scheme rubrics provided. So basically, we will distribute our marking scheme rubrics to all the participants so that all the participants will know accordingly how to prepare their presentation slide. So next, we have the 10% for video, which is participants are required to produce 1 competition video, which is recorded video without editing, but with a specific format, okay, based on the criteria provided by the organizer. So the video must document solar area vehicle development process, testing and troubleshooting. And then we have the 10% of technical writings, okay, which is based on the template provided by the organizer. Okay, so basically, this is the idea of the competitions. Okay, we have our so we have our rule books, which is the rule books will explain everything about the competitions. So basically, okay, our DIY quadcopters will have the dimensions minimums of 300 mm to the maximum 500 mm. So the battery capacities, we like to see the innovations and the creativities of the participants, so that the battery capacities, we would like to see the smallest battery capacities, and 1 cell, 2 cell, 4 cell, and etc. The lowest milliampere hours values, or maybe some of the participants have their own creativities to maneuver the drones or the DIY quadcopter using no battery at all. Okay, so we have the glide, which is the glide area. So the glidings in a distance of 3 meters to 5 meters using solar energy as a source of power. And then we have the flight area, which is a fly at height more than 3 meters and no less than 10 seconds. Mean that the pilots need to maneuver at least 10 seconds, okay, more than 3 meters. After that, they need to have a safe landing, okay. In the runway, we have the designated area, so for landing, and then we will record the flight times, so the durations of the competition does not exceed than 5 minutes. Okay. So basically, this is a little bit pictures about our 2025 competitions. We have the presentations, we have the judges, okay, and then we have the technicals on the competitions, okay, judges on the presentation, and then we have the technical briefings and during the competition. Okay, so our competition guidelines, okay, basically this is related to the videos preparations, which is video content requirements. Okay, all the participants must include the following information regarding on the prototype 3D views, the size and dimensions, battery capacity, battery voltage, glide demonstration, flight demonstration, and landing. So the video format must meet the following technical specification, which is a resolution Full HD or HD, file format and standard video format, for example MP4, video length, okay, less than 10 minutes. Okay, so why the video is required for these competitions? It is a proof that all the participants, all the members have do their R&D process during the competitions, which is they have all the troubleshooting, all the developments, all of the ideas, okay, will be shown in these videos. Later on, this video also is a proof that if the weather are not well, okay, on that day, which is the weather maybe raining, maybe cloudy, so this is another proof that all the participants, all the members have done their own R&D or innovations during development of SAFE. Okay. And then we have the presentation content requirements. So basically, the evaluation criteria for presentations. Okay, judges will evaluate the presentation based on the following aspect: is the materials, presentation materials, quality, clarity, and relevance of materials used, organization content, logical structures, okay, and flow of the presentation, communication skills, effectiveness of verbal and non-verbal communication during the presentation and Q&A session. So basically, all of these evaluations will have their own rubrics. So the rubric will distribute all the participants, and then the guidelines of the presentation slide consists of introduction of the team members, okay, prototypes of 3D views, system overviews, okay, and then the size of dimensions used for the SAFE, and then the battery capacity implements, and also the battery voltage. Also in the presentation slides, the participants or the members have their own discussion and conclusion regarding on their project. So basically, team time allocations. Okay, each team will be allocated 15 minutes, including Q&A session. Okay, and then the summarize for the development process, challenges encountered, solution applied, and overall project conclusion for presentation. And then for the technical writings, so technical writings for the SAFE 2026 competition should follow a structured and a clear approach to communicate the design, testing, and result of the solar area vehicle. So the guidelines provide the outlines for each sections of the report, ensure the clarity and consistency, which is the technical writing will have our own guide, okay, template, which is consists of abstracts, detailed designs, mechanical designs, electronic designs, safe testings, okay, discussions, or evaluation of the findings, sustainable engineering practices, conclusion, limitations, and recommendations. Also, we are required to acknowledge all the managements who were involved during the competitions, okay, and also the references. Okay, after this, I will show regarding on the books and the templates of the competition writing, technical writing. Okay, so during the competitions, okay, all participants are required to follow our safety guidelines, which is each solar area vehicle will have operators or pilots and co-pilots, which must comply the following personal safety requirement, which is wear safety helmets or hard hats at all times during the flight operations, and wear safety goggles or safety glasses, wear a drone pilot safety vest, and wear safety shoes. Okay, this is during the competition. Okay, this is a little bit about the competitions flying areas, and then the starting area and gliding area. So we have our platform, which is this platform all the participants will use. We have two platforms, which is one for testing and the other one for the competition. And also we will depends on the numbers of participants during the day. Okay, so basically you can see that the distance, okay, the distance for the our platform is about 3 to 5 meters. Okay, so 3 meters. Okay, start from starting area 1 meters, which is the solar area vehicle will glide, okay, to the flying areas. Okay, so with the reference pole 3 meters, okay, and then stay about 10 seconds more than 3 meters, and then go to the safe landing area, which is has been marked, okay, on the platform. So starting from the starting areas, okay, the solar area vehicle will glide to the flying areas, and then it will fly, okay, more than 3 meters, okay, about 10 seconds, and then will landing again to the safe landing area has been labeled on the platform. Okay, so this is a little bit video regarding some of the competitions. Okay, this is the platforms, and we have ramps, okay, and also we have marks, okay, the fly area. And then this is another videos regarding to the competitions, okay, involving the presentation sessions with the judges. Okay, basically based on the videos, you can see that all the participants are using DIY quadcopter, okay, which is embedded with the solar panels, okay, so that the solar panel will help the safe, which is the solar area vehicle, to glide, okay, on the platforms. After that, when the safe arrive to the flying zones, and then it will fly, okay, accordingly, more than 3 meters pole, okay, more than 10 seconds. After that, the drones or the quadcopters are required to land, okay, on the designated area, okay, and then the competition will end. So basically, based on the competition guidelines, okay, all the process should less than 5 minutes. Okay, not more than 5 minutes. Okay, so basically, any other questions regarding on this competition briefing?
Okay, Mr. Ryan, please.
So yes,
Mr. Ryan Satrawijaya want to ask,
okay.
please.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad. Me myself, I'm Ryan from Indonesia. I'd like to ask about the battery or maybe competition guidelines.
Okay.
You said that the battery capacity is the smallest battery capacity, or it can be 1S, 2S, or 4S, but it is the lowest MEE value. I'd like to ask about the exact value for the limitation of milliampere hours of the battery itself, because I see that the competition is using a solar cell for energy, but in your slide it can be use a battery. Yeah, the specification is I don't think there is no exact limitation for the milliampere hours and the cell of the battery itself. So I'd like to ask about the detail of the limitation of the battery that used in the drone. Yeah, maybe that's my question. Also, I'd like to ask my second question. Yeah, is there any what is it, web or maybe social media about the CEF itself, what this competition itself, because our campus will be considered to join this event. So I'd like to know about the detail of the competition, to prepare our team for this competition. That's my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ryan, for the questions. Okay, so now I would like to introduce. Okay, so basically all of you can see the competition guidelines. Okay, so this is our rule books. Okay, so this is solar aerial vehicle competition rule books. So basically I just pick a little bit regarding on the rule books overviews and the competition guidelines. Okay, so regarding on your questions involving of the batteries, okay, basically our competitions would like to promote, so would like to all the participants try to have their own ideas, okay, regarding on the solar area vehicles. Okay, so basically the criteria, okay, regarding on the size and dimensions, you're using a minimum 300 mm to 500 mm maximum. So which is the comply, it is the DIY quadcopter will be explained by Mr. Wong, which is F450. So okay, this is dimensions of the drones, which is a required DIY quadcopter. So regarding on your questions involving the battery capacities, okay, so the smallest battery capacities, 1 cell, 2 cell, 4 cells, or the lowest milliampere hour values, okay, or no battery use. Basically, okay, the battery capacities involved during the gliding process. Okay, so we like to see all the participants, okay, during the fly process, okay, the DIY quadcopter itself required their own batteries, okay, which is also comes with the quadcopter, which is if you buy drones in the market, so we have their own batteries to provide the sufficient powers, the sufficient voltage to fly. Okay, basically what we like to see okay, during the glide, okay, only solar power supply as a power source, okay, while gliding, okay. If the participants can use the lowest capacity to fly, is a bonus, okay. Okay, means that if the participants of the team members enables or can design the whole system, which is depends on solar only, there's the biggest marks. And then they enables to fly and landing safely in the designated area. So it will be the biggest points there. So what we like to see during the battery capacities, okay, 1 cell, 2 cell, 4 cell, and the lowest milliampere value, okay, basically this is for the flying, okay, for the flyings, okay. And then while glidings, okay, while the glidings only solar power supplies as a power source, okay. And then battery charged by the solar. Maybe some of the participants come out with the capacitor bank, okay. So capacitor bank, in order to make sure that they are safe, are enabled to climb the ramps, okay. We have ramp in our competition. So that's another creativities involved, okay. And then glide distance must exceed 3 meters to 5 meters, okay. And then also during the competitions, the gliding time will take in place, okay. So gliding in the distance 3 meters to 5 meters, okay, using solar energies. That's why we can see that the creativity is involved. If the participants enables to design a good system, so they have their own gliding time, which is the lowest. Okay, also they have the enough powers to climb the ramp. Okay, so basically for flight, okay, the solar energy vehicle must fly at minimum height of 3 meters. Okay, flight time must be at least 10 seconds. Okay, maneuvers, okay, in the air. Okay, and then more than 3 meters, no less than 10 seconds. Okay, another things that we taken into consideration, or the most important, is the safe landing. Okay, we don't want to see any DIY quadcopter crash, okay, during the competitions. Okay, it means that all the drone operators, pilot and co-pilots must have the ability to maneuver their drones, okay, the DIY quadcopters, in order to land it safely on the runway in the designated area. Okay, so the flight time, okay, durations of the competition does not exceed 5 minutes, which is we can see that we have only 10 seconds to maneuver more than 3 meters, okay, and then safely landed. Okay, all the competitions don't exceed than 5 minutes. I think if I made you clear about the battery capacities or not, so I would like to highlight which is the smallest battery capacities involved. 1 cell, 2 cell, 4 cell is basically for the drone itself, okay, to fly. Okay, so for gliding process, okay, the glidings, we would like to see the participants using solar powered supply. Okay, so during the competitions, we will take power meter readings, okay, regarding on the sun's ray. Okay, make sure that all participants have enough power, okay, to glide, okay, to glide on the platform. Yeah, we will use solar power meter as a reference, so that all the participants have enough solar energy, so that the safe can glide to the flying area. So do I make it clear? Do I help you get the answer, Ryan?
Got
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So another thing, the second question is about social media. So after this, we will blast, okay, our social media, our website regarding on the competitions. Okay. So that's all the participants have the ideas regarding on the competitions. Okay. We have our website. Okay. We have Google Sites, and then we have our social media also. We have Instagram. So after this, the moderator maybe can give the links to the all the participants today. We have 118 of participants today. So okay, so after this, the moderators will give the links to the participants for today. Okay, any other questions? So, the next session by Mr. Wong is more technical regarding on DIY quadcopter from the assembly process, okay, which is the frames, okay, together with the motors, together with the controllers, okay, bindings with the remote controllers. All the process will be explained by Mr. Wong after this. So basically, for me, for my sessions, I would like to explain to the participants, to all the guests today, regarding on this competition, what is all about, okay, so that all the participants today will have an ideas, okay, regarding what the competition is all about. So any other questions before I can pass to Mr. Wong?
Okay, thank you to Mr. Muhammad Zamri for the presentation. And any question? The last? Okay, please feel free to fill the attendance before you. Okay, so the next session. Okay, for this session, participant will introduce a technical aspect of F450 drone, including the main components, configuration, and its application in technical project. So, my pleasure to invite our next speaker, Mr. Wong Wembeng, as a member of technical committee SAFE 2036, which is he himself specialized in autonomous drone, drone piloting, and FPV drone. So please, Mr. Wong, have your presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to our moderator, Mr. Cairo. So, how was my mic? Is it clear? You can hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I would like to share my screen. Okay, good day, everyone. Okay, so my name is Wong Wei Ming. Okay, or you may call me Arthur. Okay, so for today's sessions, I would like to share, okay, about the DRIS drone unmanned aerial vehicle, okay, UAV for the F450. Okay, it's not limited to 450. Actually, it can use for every drone. Okay, it can use for the every drones, the knowledge. So I will try to share. So if you have any question later, you will ask. Okay, so like just now, okay, Mr. Zamri got tell about this one, the drones, okay, for the competitions. Okay, which actually for this solar aerial vehicle, the solar power that we are fully utilize, the solar power is for the gliding process. Okay, for the gliding, it's possible, okay, we are totally using the solar power, okay, for the glidings. So you will get more higher marks lah, compared to you are using some of the thing, maybe we'll use the battery or we'll use the power or capacitor banks. Okay, so with the external power, it will reduce your marks for the for the in the competition. So it's better to use the fully solar for the gliding process. But for the fly, we are totally using the battery for the to fly. Okay, so either you are using you want to use any drone, I think should be okay. Okay, but must follow with the rules. There are limitation of the size in the rules. Okay, for the drone that you will be using. All right, so this is my slide. Okay, this is a little bit about me. Okay, so I am from the Polytechnic Malaysia. Okay, currently I am at the Polytechnic Port Dickson. Okay, so I'm also is an area robotic education trainers. Okay, I teach about this all kind of the programmings. Okay, to my students. Okay, and also I got involved in this World Skill in Malaysia. Okay, and participate in the World Skill for the trainer. Okay, World Skill for the trainer in Malaysia in the drone operations and got this medal of excellence. And I also joined as we in the Malaysia, and also we have this FIRA competition. Okay, if any participant want to join, also can. Okay, FIRA competition, which will be held, which is happen in Malaysia, and also this year it also will be happen for the World FIRA. Okay, you have a World FIRA at the Canada this year. Okay, so I also will be joined there. So, okay, and I joined this FIRA competition since as a technical team since from the 2019 until now. Okay, I'm still as in the technical team, and and also got joined the competition also. Okay, I have my send my students, okay, the teams to the competitions. Okay, so I had joined the World FIRA at the Korea in the 2019 for the autonomous drone. Okay, 2018 for the autonomous drone, and last year also went to the Korea for the autonomous drone category. Okay, and I'm train the teams, okay, for my polytechnic teams, okay, for the drone soccer. So we are join various of the drone soccer competitions, okay, and also sometimes I also bring my student for the SPV drone race, but I'm more focused on the tiny whoop, okay. So this my contact number and my email, okay, you can contact me anytime. Wait, it's fun. Okay, so today I would like to introduce, okay, for the drone F450. Okay, so this is the shape of the drone F450. So when you finish your build, it will be look like this. Okay, which consists of various of these components. Okay, so today I will try to tell you what is the components that we'll be using. Okay, so before we start to talk about the drones, so we know the drone safety rules and regulations. Okay, I think every country will have the different regulations, but in Malaysia, okay, normally we cannot simplify the drones. Okay, actually we still don't have this one, we still don't have the permit for the hobbies. So actually, for the right now, actually, when you want to fly, okay, normally we are only fly in our area, okay? Like we are doing the competition at the Polytechnic Jeli Kelantan, okay? We just get the permission from the owner and we fly it, okay? But actually, we need to apply the permit if you want to fly the drones. Okay, so in Malaysia, okay, we have these two authority. If you want to apply for the permit, which is the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, CAAM, and Jabatan Pokok dan Pemetaan Malaysia, JUPEN, which in charge on the map for Malaysia. Okay, this DUPAM. Okay, so for the 3 golden rules of drones, okay, actually there are a lot of the rules for the drone in Malaysia, but normally, okay, when you come to the Malaysia, okay, you cannot simply like want to fly the drone because especially in the housing area or in the industry, you cannot fly the drone. Okay, actually you cannot fly the drones. Okay, so for the competition purpose, okay, we are fly in our own area, so that is still okay since we got the permission from the owner. So the height limits, okay, you cannot fly, okay, more than 400 feet, which is about 120 meters, okay, above the ground, okay. And also next, we must fly in the VLOS. VLOS meaning that we must fly in the visual line of sight. Okay, we can see the drones. Okay, you must be able to see your drones with your own eyes at all the times. No flying behind the buildings or miles away via screen only. Okay. So in our competition, the track is not really long, so it is still in our VLOS area. Okay, non-fly zone. Keep at least 4.5 kilometers away from airport or helipads. Okay, not while a recreational flight might not need a CAM permit, you still cannot fly over designated area like crowd, house, or busy road without prior approval. Okay, so for sure, when you try the drone or fly the drone, you cannot fly near the airports, or you cannot fly. Okay, you cannot fly near the like KLCC. Okay, with a lot of the dense area. Okay, or a lot of people. Okay, you cannot fly. Okay, so that is all of the thing lah. Okay, so when you fly the drone, you must be really careful. Okay, you don't know what it will do. Okay, so it will act like a sharp knife. Okay, when it start to operate. Okay, so you must be really be careful. Okay, so as the pilots, anything happens, okay, the first person that will be blamed is the pilot. So the pilot is very important. Okay, so make sure when you in the competitions, make sure you have a really good pilots, okay, which know how to control the drones. Okay, because the drone we are doing this in the outdoor. Okay, so some of the thing maybe they will rely on the GPS to make it stable, but some of you may use others mode, will especially like the stable mode or the altitude mode. Okay, so you must know what mode that you want to use. Okay, then make sure the pilot is really know how to operate the drones. Okay. And also, I think the technical team also will be around. And if they saw you control the drone with no confidence, or if they saw you pilot the drone with very in the dangerous way, I think they will stop the game. Okay. So in this, the pilot must maintain direct, unaided visual contact with the drone. Okay, all the times. Okay, so you must this is a VLOS, okay, which is the visual outside. Okay, the pilot must be certified that the flight can be safely made. Okay, so when you want to fly, so make sure you check all the propeller. Okay, you check the environment, and you check the weather, and you check all the people. Okay, make sure everything is okay. Okay. So normally when we want to make the flight, especially when you are doing your trainings or you want to check your drone whether it can fly or not, okay, so you must do the pre-flight check. Okay, pre-flight check like you have a checklist to check your propeller, to check your battery, to check your controller, whether it has establish the good connections, and you must see the environment, whether it is suitable to be fly or not. Okay, and also people around you. Okay, you must make sure they are not nearby and in the safe situations. Okay, so if you are really want to fly the drones, okay, maybe with the DJI drone in the specific area, okay, so make sure you get the permissions, okay, that is very important. You get the permission, okay, and if you want to do the jobs in the Malaysia, okay, we must get the permit from the JUPAM or from the CAAF. Okay. So if you have a question, you can ask me anytime. Okay, you can straightforward. Okay, ask me. Okay, so we don't need to wait until the end of the slide. Okay, so how the drone fly? Okay, so normally the drone fly. Okay, is using the 4 propeller. Okay, so we have this 4 propeller. Okay, the motor. Okay, it will produce the thrust. Okay, so the thrust, okay, it will push the drone upward, okay, vertically upward. Okay, so you have this lifting effect. Okay, so you can see it here, you have the lifting effect, okay, because of the thrust, but it also have the drag and also have the gravity, okay, which will pull the drones. Okay, so when you are designing your drones, make sure your thrust is enough to lift up your drones. Okay, based on the experience, okay, previously we are doing with this solar aerial vehicle, we are put too much the burden. Okay, we put too much the solar panel to the drones, so it's become quite heavy. So our drone cannot lift off. Okay, because of the weight from the drones. Okay, so when you are designing your drones, okay, make sure you test the thrust. Okay, make sure your drone can lift up all the weight. Okay, so when operate the drones, okay, when you are new pilots, okay, maybe the new pilot beginner, okay, you must know all these terms, okay, like throttle, for the pitch, for the roll, for the yaw, okay, you must know all these things, okay. For the throttle, okay, throttle, it will lift up the drone, okay, upward, and also when you throttle up and when you throttle down, the drone will move down, okay. When you yaw, okay, when you yaw, the drone will move, okay, the drone will move to the left or to the right, okay. The roll, it will move the another way to the left, to the right, okay. And with the pitch, okay, it will move to in front or to the backs, okay. So we try to see the video, then you can understand how the drone works. Okay, wait for a while. Oops. Okay, I show you the video. Okay, please wait a moment. Okay, so this video you can also search in the okay, please wait a moment. I will share. I try to share. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, so this is a link. Okay, so you can see the direction, how the fish roll and yaw movement. Okay. Okay. So okay, this one I will explain to you later, and also we try to see the. Okay. So this is the how the drone is moving. Okay. It will turns. Okay. You can see that two motor will turn in the clockwise and the another two motor will turn in the counterclockwise. Okay. So this is how the drone works. Okay, so when you want to yaw, okay, we try to see first. Oh, this not show the motor. Okay, never mind. I will show you the back to the slide. Wait a moment. Okay, I will show you to the slide. Where's the slide? Okay, so you already know how is the throttle, pitch, roll, and yaw works. Okay. So when you are throttle up, this is how your motor functions. Okay, when you throttle up, all the motor you will move more faster. Okay, all the four motor will move more faster, and your drone will be moving up. Okay, when you throttle down, okay, all your motor will move, will reduce the speeds. Okay, so it will move down. How about the pitch? Okay, when you want to move forwards, the motor at the back, it will be more faster, and the front motor it will be move move low in the speed. Okay, so it will be move forward. Okay, so it's the same situation when moving the backward. For the roll, okay, roll to the left or to the right. Okay, is also same, when the motor at the right move more faster, okay, it will go to the left. When the motor on the left, both of the motor on the left more faster, it will go to the right. Okay. But for the yaw, okay, the situation is the motor you can see in the X. Okay. So when the motor, these two motor, you can see these two motor move more faster. I'll show, wait, I show you, okay. These two motor, they are move more faster. Okay, so it will go to the left direction. Okay, rotate to the left. And when these two motor move more faster, it will rotate to the right. Okay, so this is the movement, these four movement that as a pilot, you are really, you must really how to control all these four movement. Okay, so normally as the pilots, your controller will have the three different modes. Okay, normally like what we are using, okay, in the market right now, we are using the mode 2. Okay, but for those who play the helicopter, they are using the mode 1. Okay, you will have the different controller lah. Okay, so beside the shape of the drone, normally we are using this X lah. Okay, quad X, we are using this quad X, but you can have the different design. You can have this H shape. Okay, H shape of the drones. You can have the T shapes, and you have the V shapes. Okay, so it depends on how you design the drone. You can use the different design. But for the S450, it is the X. Okay, we are using the X for the 450. Okay, so right now I will try to introduce to the drone parts, okay, that normally we are using. Okay, so you can see that this is the very simple introductions, okay, for the drones. Okay, so we will have the frames. You can use any frame and you can buy it or you can build it yourself also okay, as long as it depends on what design that you want. Okay, So the motor, okay, no motor that we are using for the 450 frames, okay, normally is 2212, okay, 920 kV brushless. Okay, later I will tell you what is the difference between the brushless and brush. Okay, and propeller you can use the 90, I think 9043 or or you can use 1093. 1043 also can be used. Okay, so this the frame, okay, make sure it's a very good structure, is a light and have a strong structure. Okay, for the motor and propeller, make sure it can lift up your drones. Okay, so the battery, okay, the battery you can normally that the maximum that ESC they are using, okay, we are using the this what how I forgot already the names. Okay, Hobby Wings, yeah, Hobby Wings, Hobby Wing ESC. Okay, but normally for this ESC, okay, is support until the 4S battery. Okay, so if you want to use the 3S battery, is okay. But if your ESC is support until 4S, so you don't use the 6S battery lah, or it will fry your ESC. Okay, so if you are really want to use the 6S battery, okay, make sure your ESC is can handle it. Okay, so normally we are using the 30 amps, okay, brushless ESC. Okay, some of the ESC is the electronic speed controller. Okay, so some of the people they are using the 20 amp ESC. Okay, so this one normally I recommend use higher is better lah. Okay, maybe you can use the 40 amp. Okay, 40 amp of the brush of the ESC, okay, that should be fine. Okay, next is your controller. Okay, so the controller you will have various type of the controller. Okay, you can use the controller which can be using Betaflight. Okay, to programs. Okay, to update the firmware and to do some settings. And also, like me myself, I prefer this PithHawk. Okay, so in PithHawk there are a lot of versions. Okay, got the Adu Pilot versions and Adu Pilots. Okay, and you got the Adu Pilot. You got PithHawk 2.4.8. We got PithHawk 4, and even now we got PithHawk 6X or 6C. Okay, any flight controller that you can use. Okay, it depends on your budgets. Okay, any flight controller should be fine. Okay, GPS. Okay, so the GPS and compass module is depend on you also. Okay, you want to use GPS or you are afraid the GPS, the module is can add up of your weight. Okay, so you can remove the GPS and using the stable mode or the attitude mode is also fine. Okay, it depends. But for me myself, I will be recommend to have the GPS. Okay, yeah, we don't know that maybe you need to use the GPS. Okay, to have a stable flight. Okay, next is the RC. Okay, your remote control receiver. Okay, so the communication when you want to control, so you must have the receiver. Okay, receiver that connect to the flight controller. Okay, so the next telemetry radio. Okay, this telemetry radio is the optional. Okay, either you want to use or don't want to use also can. Okay, since it transmit the data and also some of the mostly is transmit the data, okay, from the drone to the your ground control. Okay, ground control or your ground stations. Okay, it has to send this telemetry data. Okay, the payload. Okay, the payload. Right in this picture. Okay, normally we are using the camera, but in the competition we are not using the cameras. Okay, so your payload will be mostly is view for the glide. Okay, and also you are put your payload. Your payload will be your this solar panel. Okay, so when you design your drones, okay, with this view for the glidings, okay, so make sure the weight is sufficient, okay, for your drone to carry. Okay, so now we are looking with the components, okay, the frames. Okay, so the drone airframe, make sure you have normally it will build with the lightweights, okay, and very strong. And normally people will using the carbon fibers, okay, because the carbon fiber is light and it's very strong. Okay, so you have the aerodynamic resistance, okay, and it can carry all your loads. Flight controller, okay, so this flight controller, okay, you can see here normally I using this one 2.4.8, okay, because the cost I think is quite expensive if compared to the flight controller that you can use for the 5-inch drones, but you also can use the flight controller for the 5-inch drone in this F450. Okay, but I like using this Pisshawk because it can do more tasks. Okay, it got more I/O and it got more function. Okay, compared to this flight controller that we are using for the FPV. Okay, but it still can be used. It's no problems. Okay, so this is the flight controller is the computer processor which manage balance and communication control using different transmitter. Okay, flight controller is the most important things. Okay, because it's a brains, okay, of the drone. So so without the flight controller, your drone literally cannot fly. Okay, you must have the flight controller. Okay, so inside this flight controller is very good. Okay, it got the sensor, it got this accelerometer, it got accelerometer to detect the speed, barometer to detect the height. Okay, it got the magnetometer. Okay, for the compass, and it got the gyrometer, okay, and GPS. Okay, so the GPS is the module which you must add on. It's not inside the flight controller itself. Okay, so the distance measurement can be carried out by ultrasound sensor. Okay, so you can add on the ultrasound sensor or this one, the distance sensor. You can use the IR sensor, okay, to add on in this flight controller. Okay, so this Pisshawk flight controller actually is designed to DIY. Okay, so when you want to add on with the various of the sensor, you can add it to this flight controller. Okay. So next, PDB, okay, power distribution board. Okay, normally that in this power distribution board, it depend on you, but actually from the frame itself, okay, the F450 frame itself has this distribution board, but it is not as neat, and it don't have many functions like the normal power distribution box, but it is sufficient for the competition. Okay, you can just solder your the power in the frames, then you can use it as the PDB. Okay, later I will show you how it's soldered. Okay. So this PDB normally that if you have the various sensor, or you will have the various load, or you want to operate, okay, various of these electronics devices that you want to put in the drone, then you can design your own PDB, or you can buy one because it here you got the 5-volt and also the 12-volt. Okay, so you can use it. Okay, so the technology improvement in recent state that PDB also distribute power to some other peripherals such as FPV, video transmitter, FPV camera, and the quadcopter flight controller itself. Okay, so it's the like right now the you can see in the flight controller for the 5-inch competition or 5-inch racing drone or the freestyle drones. Okay, it got the stack. Okay, it got the stack. I don't know I got here or not the stack. I don't think I have here. Okay, never mind. So it got the stack, and it got the stack, meaning that the top is the flight controller, the bottom is the ESC. Okay, so it will look like this one. Okay, later I will show you another example. So like this one. Okay, you cannot see. Wait. Okay, it's like this one. This one. Okay, so this one is the ESC. Okay, it's the combination of the ESC and also the PDB. Okay, so from this one you straight, you not need the ESC. From this one board, you can straight connect to the motor. Okay, so it has the pro and cons. Okay, by using the separate ESC and using the combined in the one stack of the ESC. Okay, it's got the pro and cons. Okay, so next. Okay, for the motor, okay, motor we have the different types. Okay, early stage of the drones. Okay, actually we using the brush motor, but when the technology becomes more advanced, okay, we are go for the brushless motor. Okay, why the brushless motor? Because the brushless motor, I think after few years, okay, and after many time of using it, okay, you are still can use. Okay, it's really quite rigid. Okay, it can be sustained quite for a long time. Okay, even my drone, a lot of the drones, I buy a lot of the spare motor, and normally it's only will broken when you crash your drones. But if you didn't crash your drones, it can sustain for many years. Okay, it can use for the or after the few years of the competition, it still can be used. Okay, but for the brush motor, okay, normally it's quite also good, but when still is the brush motor, okay, got the brush, when it's reached its lifetime, okay, if it will be broken or cannot be used anymore. Okay, so brush motor is less expensive and useful for small size drone. Okay, normally this brush motor is normally using for the small size drones. Okay, so if you want to find the brush motor for the big drone like the F450, I think it's quite difficult. Okay, difficult to find such a motor. Okay, because yeah, it's quite hard to reach the certain type of this speed. Okay, to have the thrust. Okay, so brushless type of motor are powerful and energy very efficient, but they need the electronic speed controller to control their speed. Okay, for the brush motor, okay, you not necessarily need the electronic speed controller. Okay, you can directly connects to the flight controller. But for the brushless motor, okay, it need the device, okay, which is the ESC to control its speed. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, I think this one you can search for it. Okay, So the kV rating, okay, the max currents, okay, the kV rating normally for the 450 drone, we are using 920 kV, okay, that is, yeah, it's enough, okay, it's enough to handle the propeller, okay. The motor and the propeller, okay, the motor, when you want to choose the motor, make sure it can float with your propeller, okay. Some of the motor maybe it can if you want to use the small motor with the big propeller, okay, make sure it can be fixed lah, okay. So you must check that, okay. So max current, the maximum current in amp that motor can be handled, okay. The ESC has this rating. Okay, suggested prop, okay, motor manufacturer will clearly indicate. Okay, normally the motor and the propeller, okay, normally they will design it can fix into the motor lah. So if your propeller cannot fix inside your motor, okay, please don't modify it to fix it to the motor lah. Okay, later afraid, yeah, maybe your motor will be broken or your propeller will be broken. Okay, we don't know about that. Okay, so shaft diameter most pro come with adapter for various shaft. Okay, efficiency. Okay, you will see there will be different result at 50% and 100% throttle. Okay, weight, each motor contribute to the overall of the craft weight. Okay, so this one you can make a test. I think you will have the various of the data. Okay, so this data maybe can also put in your writing and also can put in your presentation. Okay. Okay, so the next is this one is the ESC, electronic speed controller. Okay, so ESC normally we will use to connect the battery to the electric motor for power supply. Okay, it convert the signal from the flight controller to revolution per minute, okay, of motor. Okay, so it has the connections, okay, between the flight controller with the ESC. Okay, ESC is provided to each motor of the drone. Okay, so ESC, you have this one, like this one you can see here, it called 4-in-1 ESC, and we will have the separate type of the ESC. Okay, so the 4-in-1 ESC you can see at here. Okay, the 4-in-1 meaning that all the PDB, okay, is inside here. Okay, so inside this 4-in-1, you have the 5 volt, you have the 12 volt, and it has the signal to the motor. Okay, it has the signal between the flight controller to the motor. Everything is inside here. Okay, so normally this 4-in-1 ESC normally that we use in the FPV drones, okay, for the 5-inch FPV drone, because we can build it become more compact. Okay, that's why we are using in the FPV drones. But for the drone like DIY drones, or we can see that maybe for this agriculture drone and normally for the big drones, okay, normally that it depends on you, but I prefer for the separate ESC. Okay, because if anything happen, if broken, I can easily switch out. Okay, without I need to switch out everything for the 4-in-1 ESC. Okay, let's say that if anything happened to my motor and it fried my ESC, okay, so if you are using the 4-in-1 ESC, you need to change a whole ESC. Okay, you need to change the whole ESC with the new one. Okay, if you are using the separate ESC, okay, I just need to change one ESC, then it should be fine. Okay, so it depends on your build. You want to build for the 4-in-1 ESC, or you want to build with the separate ESC, is depend on what you have. Okay, but if you want to, but for my recommendations, I prefer to use the separate ESC lah, like a standalone ESC like this one. Okay, you can find it. Okay, so for the next is for the propeller. Okay, the speed and the load lifting ability of a drone depend on shape, size, and the number of the propellers. Okay, the long propellers, okay, create huge thrust to carry heavy load at low speed and less sensitive to change the speed of rotation. Okay, short propeller carry fewer loads. They change rotation speed quickly and require a high speed for more thrust. Okay, so normally in our competitions, okay, you can choose either 1045 or you want to choose the propeller 9043, 9045, 8043, I think still okay, or 8045. Propeller size also okay. Okay, so for me, I recommend for 1045 because that is what I'm using right now. But in the market, sometimes this type of the propeller maybe don't have in the stock. Okay, like in the Shopee, Malaysia Shopee, okay, it's quite difficult to find. Normally, if have the 9045, you also can use that. Okay, so they don't have the limitation. Okay, it depends on what set that you want to use. Okay, so when you're using the propeller, okay, it is better to have the spare propeller. Okay, because the propeller is the component that which is the very easy to be broken. Okay, so normally we'll have a lot of the propeller. Okay, so if anything happen, we can change it. So that is the most common part that will be easily broke. Okay. Okay, so next is this is the radio controller. Okay, transmitter. The radio controller, you have different types of the radio controller. It depend on you. Okay, so the radio signal, okay, send the radio signal to the flight controller, okay, through the receiver. Okay, so make sure when you are using the RC controller, it can also be used with the receiver. Okay, make sure it's compatible. Okay, if not compatible, then you cannot bind the controller with the receiver. Okay, so the control stick for maneuvering the drone and antennas for reliable communications. Okay, button and switches for various function, 3 buttons for fine tuning control. Okay, so there are a lot of the button, okay, with the various of functions. Okay, so you can utilize that. Okay, maybe you want to use the this one, the switch to control the servo motor, okay, to change the direction. Okay, so you are free to use it. Okay, there are no limitation. Okay, so this is the radio receiver. Okay, so the radio receiver, it receives the signal from the radio controller. Okay, so this receiver is attached to the quadcopter. Okay, so is capture the signal transmitted by the radio controller. This signal contains instruction from the pilot such as throttle, yaw, pitch, and roll input. Okay, so for the receiver and for the transmitter, there are various of the protocol, okay, the communication protocol. Okay, either you want to use the S-bus communication protocol, you want to use the S-bus, you want to use the I-bus, you want to use this one the FlySky. Normally they're using the I-bus. Okay, you want to use the FlySky controller, you want to use the FrSky controller, you want to use the ELRS controller. Okay, make sure the communication is correct. Okay, you cannot use the remote control that only have the ELRS to control the receiver with the iBus. Okay, so if you are using the radio controller ELRS, make sure your receiver also is the ELRS. Okay, so that is the thing that you need to really aware lah of this thing. Okay, because there are many times from participants, okay, they buy the wrong receiver, okay, then it's quite a waste. Okay, so make sure that your receiver and your radio controller is the matchings for the communication protocol. Okay. Okay, so the battery, okay, battery is the most important part. Okay, so for those maybe for the international participants, okay, if you want to bring your battery, you need to pass through the inspections, okay, for inspection in the immigrations. Okay, so make sure you know their regulations. Okay, how you need to normally, okay, what my experience is, first they want you to put the battery in the storage mode, okay, and then you have the clear, okay, it's not a DIY battery, but you have the clear label, okay, clear label of the battery, okay, like how much the capacity, okay, so when you want to pass through to the immigration inspection, this is, they will look into that, okay, and you need to have this called what, cable, wire tape, okay, for this one, the connector, okay, wire tape and the connector, okay, and also before you bring the battery, okay, make sure you have the letter, okay, letter from our side and also from your side, okay, state that you want to bring the battery lah. That is what I normally do. Okay, I will get the approval from the immigration that I will bring the battery for the competitions. Okay, I will email them. Okay, and also I not only email them, I also will email the this one, the app, the flight. Okay, maybe you are using which company flight. Okay, I will notify them. I will let them know. Okay, so if you are if it's difficult, maybe you want to bring very big, huge battery, you want to bring it, maybe it's not allowed to bring inside to bring into the Malaysia. Okay, maybe you can find a way to post it to the Polytechnic Jeli Kelantan straight away. You can post it, or you want to find the local distributor. But as I know, at the Polytechnic Jeli Kelantan, I don't think have the local distributor. Or maybe you can ask help from the committee. Okay, you can ask help for the committee to buy the battery. Okay, so this is for the international participant lah, if you want to come. Okay, so here actually the lithium ion polymer, okay, which are using with our drones, okay, LiPo battery, is very dangerous. Okay, so it can, especially without the proper handling, it can cause the fire. So but we are still using, why we are still using the LiPo? Okay, because it has the high power capacity. Okay, that normally that the battery can have 3 cells, 4 cells, and now we normally use for is 6 cell. Okay, 6S. Okay, it depends. So discharge rate is the speed of that the current can flow from the battery. Okay, so that is the discharge rate. Maybe it will write 30C, 50C. Okay, so for the full charge, is a 4.2 volt. and in the storage is the 3.8 volt. Okay, normally we have various type of the battery. We got the LiPo, we got the LiPo with the high voltage, we got the Li-ion. Okay, so it depends on you what type of the battery that you want to use. Okay, and normally to charge this battery we have the smart charger. Okay, so when charging it does not exist, it can charge it in the safe way. Okay, since all the battery cell they will put in the they will charge all the battery cell in the with the same voltage. Okay, so you have the you have a safe battery lah, safe charge compared to the directly charged in. Okay, the LiPo cannot be directly charged. Okay, so the battery balance charger, there are various type of the battery balance charger. Okay, you can buy. I'm strongly recommend buy a little bit expensive battery charger. Okay, because the cheap one, okay, maybe the cheap battery charger normally is not really good. Okay, it can be quite fast overheat, and overheat is the main problems that it will cause the haywire in the electric system, and maybe it will overcharge your battery and will cause the explosion. Okay, this thing is ever happen, but not from me. Okay, I am fortunately until now my battery not explode like that. Okay, but I saw in the competition that some of the participants, okay, maybe charging the battery continuously, okay, cause the balance charger to be overheat and explode. Okay, normally that in this balance charger, okay, normally that a little bit good, okay, like this one C150 HTRC. Okay, normally that charger like this, they will have fan inside the charger, okay, to cool down the electronic circuit. Okay, the one that like this one, okay, from the IMAX, okay, it have a various of the version and have the fake IMAX. Okay, so that one you can see it's just the it's just have the big heat sink. Okay, you don't have the fan. Okay, if you want to use this one, make sure you have the external fan to blow it, so it will be more safe compared to if you put like that. Okay, so when charging the battery also must be really big, must be really be careful. Okay, and you must monitor all the time. You must monitor the charging process, so it won't explode. Okay, it won't explode and you don't have any dangerous activity lah. Okay. Okay, so I finished about this drone part. Okay, so I will show you some of the assembler, okay, of the drone. Okay, I won't show all. I just will show the soldering part. Okay, so okay, this is the frame for the F450, and you can see that I think it should be okay. Okay, you can see that this part 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the battery. Okay, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is your PDB. Okay, this is your PDB. Okay, power distribution board. Okay, so you can connect actually all the actually is the very simple electronic circuit lah. Okay, this one is the parallel circuit. Okay, parallel circuit. Okay, if of course those who learn about the electronic, okay, parallel circuit, okay, you have the same voltage but the different current. Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, so when you solder the XT60, okay, this This connector, we call it as the XT60. XT60. Okay, XT60 connector. Okay, you just follow its polarity. Okay, normally the red color with the plus, the black color with the negative. Okay, so when you got the ESC, I have to, okay, this one is the ESC. Okay, when I solder the ESC, so the ESC will have the two cable, one red and another is the black color, and it have the you can see here, this one it got the black and white color. Okay, so normally some of the ESC it has the three cable, some of the ESC they only have the two cable. Okay, the two cable is the like this one, the two cable, the white is the signal cable and the black is the ground. Okay, if the white is the signal, okay, while the black is the ground. Okay, the difference for the three cable, it has the extra one cable. Okay, normally it will be different, maybe the brown color. Okay, this one is the what is the V if the V plus lah. Okay, of the or the VCC. Normally is about this one is the 5 volt normally. Okay, 5 volt wattage. So yeah, you can this cable. Okay, I show you this ESC cable is connected. This one is connected to the flight controller. Okay, and these two cable you can see the red and black cable. Okay, this two is connected to the your PDB, your board. Okay, so this I think this is the only part that needs the soldering. The rest, when you are using the Pisshawk flight controller, it just plug and play. Okay, except you are using the different flight controller like the FPV like the 5-inch flight controller. So you need for that type of the controller, you need to do some of the soldering work lah. Okay. So this is the frame F450. Okay. So now I will share. Okay. So safety check. Okay. Make sure all the when you want to do the setting. Okay. Make sure the all propeller was removed. Okay. When you test the motor. Okay. So safety is very important. You don't want to hurt yourself and you don't want to hurt your friend. Okay. Before come to the competition, even for the in the competition also, the safety is very important. Okay, so make sure the battery connector are not short with anything. Okay, this is very important if you are not short the battery, because if the connection is short, okay, it will short. It will fry your flight controller. Okay, and also the second is if you short your battery, your battery will explode. Okay, it will come out with a small, very large smoke, and it will be explode. It will burst the fire come out. Okay, so when you construct your drones, okay, please double, triple check your connection. Make sure the ground and also the V plus VCC is connected properly. Okay, if not, then it will fry your flight controller. Okay. So battery checker. Okay, make sure you have the battery checker. I think here there the video. Okay, but okay, never mind. So battery checker to check your battery either is full or not. Okay, and then yeah, the video show some video. So this is the battery checker. Oops. Oops. I can't control. But I can't control the okay, I want to skip it. Okay, so this okay, so this battery checker. Okay, you can check your battery. Okay, using okay. Normally your battery they will have the connector. For this one is the for what I forgot. SH SH no, not the SH. I forgot already what the called. I forgot the names. Okay, but you can find it. You can buy it. Okay, so and this XT60 connector. Okay, so how you want to identify the battery either is 3S or 4S? You just calculate. You just count this small the cable 1, 2, 3, 4. Then and you minus by 1. Then you got this one is a 3S battery. Okay, this one you can 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a 4 wire and you just deduct it by 1 and you know this is 3S battery. Okay, so you can check your wattage. Okay, you just plug in and you can check the wattage. Okay, so this is the balance checker. Okay, so you can see that this one you have the various type of the charger. Okay, so yeah, you can use this. This is the one that I am not recommended. Okay, this one I am not recommended, and also this one also I am not recommended. Okay, but if you have, you just use it. Okay, just you need to be more aware of it. Okay, I am not saying that you cannot totally use it, but you just more aware of this kind of the charger. Okay. Okay, so next I will talk about this pith hop connection. Okay, so this connection you can see the pith hop. Okay, you have a lot of the thing you can plug in. Okay, the GPS. Okay, you can see here. Okay, we got the motor. Okay, this one is like this one you use the 4-in-1 ESC. Okay, and okay, you can see there all the motor you can plug in here. Okay, and this one is the receiver. Okay, S-bus receiver. And this one, if you are using the ERLS, you must plug inside here. Okay, ERLS is different. Okay, so you have a lot. This one, the battery. Okay. Okay, so you have this power module. Okay, you have this the telemetry. Okay, okay, the controller. Okay, the GPS. Okay, define the GPS. You can plug in. Okay, the buzzer. You got the switch. Okay, there are a lot of thing. Okay, you can fix inside the display controller. Okay, so and you can see it here. Okay, the top part, the top part is the ground. Okay, followed by the power and followed by the signal. Okay, so you can see the first one. Okay, you can see here is the radio control receiver input. Okay, the second is the S-bus output. Okay, this number 3, 1 until 8. This one is the main output. Okay, which you connected with your motor. Okay, and this is the auxiliary output. Okay, you can use for many other function like your sensor. You can use for the servo. Okay, it can be used with the various of the function. Okay, so next. Okay, receiver to the SC. Okay, you can see that it can be connected. Okay, you can see it here. Okay, I connected the receiver. Okay, to the flight controller. Okay, so we are using there are a few types. Okay, you can use the protocol. Okay, we have the PWM, we have the PPM, position modulation. You can have S-bus, and you have the iBus, FlySky serial protocol. Okay, so in this one, normally we are using the PPM, okay, pulse position modulation. Okay, so ESC to flight controller, okay, this is how the connection. And next is the smoke stopper. Okay, the smoke stopper, you can buy it, okay. So smoke stopper is useful when you want to first start, when you want to make the maiden flight and you want to first start your you want to first plug in for the maiden flight, or you want to test your drone for the first time, either it will be function or not. Okay, it's better to use the smoke stopper. Okay, so if anything happen, the smoke stopper will prevent your flight controller, okay, to be broken or fried your flight controller and other electronic component. Okay, that's why you need the smoke stopper. Okay, the rest. Okay, so the video, I think I just skip the video. Okay, so the propeller direction. Okay, normally this also have many people will put in the wrong way. Okay, this is also one of the factor why your drone cannot lift up. Okay, because of the propeller direction. Okay, so when you fix the propeller direction, make sure got two clockwise. Okay, and here you can see the two clockwise and do counterclockwise. Okay. Okay, so the software, there are a lot of the software that are using, but for the Pisshawk, okay, for the Pisshawk, we are using the Mission Planner, the software, okay. But you can using the Q ground control for the Pisshawk, and beside the Pisshawk, we are using another type of the controller, flight controller. You make sure that depend on which one you using, okay, the flight controller. So make sure you know what software that you need to use. Okay, normally right now that people are using the Betaflight, okay, the iNav, okay, the TIS Multi-V and TeamFlight. I don't think it's a very old school flight controller. Okay, so I don't think have many people using this lah. Okay, so this one, the Mission Planner, I think this one you need to do it, okay, when we assembly the real drone, okay, face to face, then only I can show you this one. Okay, really, this is how the setup of the mission, how you want to set up in the Mission Planner, okay, for the Pisshawk. Okay, this is a setting for the Pisshawk. Okay, pre-flight check is very important. Okay, before you doing your flight, okay, before you fly your drone, okay, make sure you do the pre-flight check everything, check your propeller, check your battery, check your flight controller whether it function or not. Okay, when you want to fly, check if using GPS, check your GPS connections. Then check your environment. Okay, check your people around. Okay, and also check the connection between the radio controller and receiver, and either it is connected or not. Okay. And before you start to fly, okay, maybe you are very new pilot, okay, beginner pilot, make sure you are familiar with the simulator first, okay, because for the new pilot, for those who never touch the drone, never operate the drone, okay, make sure you fly the drone in the simulator first, okay, before you fly the real drone. Okay, so you're familiar with the simulator, you're familiar with your hand muscle and control, then only you fly with the real drone. Okay, okay. Except you want to fly the DJI drone. I think DJI drone is very easy. Okay, it's very user friendly. You can use that DJI drone as the training for the rear drone. Okay, but before fly the DJI drone also, I'm strongly suggest for the new pilot, for the very beginner pilot, start with the simulator. Okay, so that's all for my session for this afternoons. Okay, do you have any question to ask about the drone? Okay, I have this Jun Hong. Okay, Jun Hong. Okay, good evening, sir. I am Jun Hong. Would like to ask a question. In your opinion, how many set of propeller would you recommend to spare for participating in the competition? Okay, so normally the set. Okay, normally when you buy the set from the Shopee, it will come with one set. Okay, one set. One is the clockwise propeller and one is the anti-clockwise propeller. Okay, so normally because it depends on your pilot skill. Okay, so it depends on the pilot skill. Like if you are normally the propeller will be broken is during the training. Okay, normally the training it will broke a lot. Okay, so when you come to the competition, I think your pilot is maybe is good enough. Okay, to fly. So maybe you need to prepare about two or three set. I think should be enough. But that all is depend on the pilot skill. Okay, if your pilot is very good, you don't have the spare, it's also okay. But if you are new pilot, I think you have more spare is better. Okay, I think about you depend on the pilot skill. Okay, so like myself, normally my pilot my team with the student, okay, my student, okay, their pilot is just so, okay. So normally I will prepare about 4 set of the propeller lah, normally. Okay. So it depend on you. Okay, it depend on you. Okay. Any other question? Any other question you may ask about the drone, how to build, and anything about the drone? Because you are the participant, and you maybe some of you have the drone, and some of you maybe still don't have the drone. Okay, so when you want to buy the drone, you don't want to make the mistake lah. Okay, so the mistake meaning that you will spend more money. Okay, so in the market right now, the motor, okay, the motor have in the Shopee, okay, you can see the cheap motor, the red color, the white color. Okay, right now I am using that. It's still fine, it's still okay. Okay. Another question from the Victor. Okay, can we use different type of the control board instead of the one that you mentioned? Yeah, sure. Like I said just now, you can use any type of the flight controller. You want to use some of them previously got used the NASA DJI flight controller. Okay, and previously some of the team they are using the FPV 5-inch flight controller. Okay, that need to set up with the Betaflight. It's okay. No problem. You can use it. Okay, there are no limitation as long as you build the drone can glide and can fly. Yeah, that is fine. Okay, but make sure that you must understand. Please read the rules. Okay, because the drone to lift up to fly, we are using the battery, but the solar is only using for the when you are doing the glide. Okay, and when doing the glide, okay, you are using whether you want to use the fully solar, you want to use the capacitor bank, or you want to use the battery to support. Okay, there are penalty of mark in term of that. Okay, so rules. Please read the rules carefully. Okay, to see where you want the score where you want to score the marks, okay, to have the high score. Okay. Any weight restriction? I think have I'm not sure have the weight restriction, but for the dimension we have the restriction of the dimension. I forgot what is the dimensions, but you need to see the rules. Okay, the rules has the written, okay, that's written. Okay, how is the dimension and also the weight. Okay, but I don't think have the weight limitation, but you try to read the rules, then you can see. Okay. So for the Tanjung Hong, okay, another question to ask, mostly all the material that are mentioned to build out the drones can be bought from Shopee. Any other online platform suggested if material are not available on Shopee? Yeah, especially for the Peace Hawk, okay, I think you've got the different type, the only Peace Hawk and also the Peace Hawk with the radio link. Okay, the Peace Hawk from the radio link, I didn't use, and I heard there are some problems, so I didn't buy that. So I buy the Peace Hawk only. But that one, if not mistaken, I bought it from Taobao. Okay, so it's not limitation. Okay, you want to buy from Taobao, or you want to buy from eBay, or you want to buy from anywhere, also can, as long as you got the item. Okay, but I bought it from Taobao. Okay. So for the Afan Imam, okay, good evening, sir. Okay, I'm Irfan. I would like to ask about how to use the rangefinder or sensor for obstacle avoidance for this drone. Okay. Okay. Actually, for this competition, the safe competition, I don't think that you need the sensor to detect the obstacle. Okay. Since you do not need to detect the obstacle, but you need the since it's the manual control, okay, and you have the barometer inside the flight controller, the barometer itself, it can function to detect the range between the drone and the ground. Okay, so actually when you want to build the drone, you not for these safe competitions, okay, you don't need the sensor, okay, ultrasound sensor to detect the ground, okay. But if you want to use the rangefinder or sensor, it can be used to detect the between the drone and the ground. But if you want to build the obstacle avoidance, I think that one you need to add something lah, like the maybe Arduino or this Raspberry Pi, okay, for the obstacle avoidance. Okay. 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 Is that I answer you, Afan Imam? Because in the competition don't have the avoidance, so I don't think you need the avoidance lah. It's more to the pilot control. Okay. Any more question? Maybe one more questions from the participants. Okay. So okay, so for all the participants, okay, when you handle the drones, okay, make sure you put safety is your main priority. Okay, Sometimes when you already fix the propeller to the motor, okay, sometimes you lazy to remove it when you want to do the testing, but don't because of your laziness, it will cause the don't because of the laziness, it cause your body to be hurt. Okay, so make sure you really prioritize your safety. Okay, don't be lazy. When do the testing, especially drone. Okay, it has many possibility. When it's lift off, it can be bang you or bang anything. Okay. So for the maiden flight, okay, maiden flight meaning the first flight, you really need to take care your safety. Don't near your drones. Okay, if you can have the obstacle or hide behind the obstacle, okay, only your leg, only your head come out. Okay, then please do it. Okay, please take care your safety lah. Okay, when construct this drone, okay, and also operating the drones. Okay, don't hurt yourself and don't hurt the people around you. Okay, when you are doing the testing. Okay, so when you're doing the testing, make sure that there are no people around the place lah. Okay. So if don't have any questions, okay, I will pass to our moderator. Mr. Cairo, are you there? Yeah.
Okay. So thank you to Mr. Atta, okay, for his willingness to share their expertise, knowledge, and valuable insight with all of us today. And then also I would like to thank to all the participants for your active participation and support, which has contributed to the success of this session. And then we hope all the knowledge that you get today will help you to ensure that the successful implementation of the Solar Area Vehicle Competition 2006, which will held at Polytechnic Jeli Kelantan. Okay, so that's all for today. So thank you to all of you and have a nice day. So thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.